through, how is this Saturday going to be different from what we saw last Saturday?
Well, what we want to do is come out, first of all, we're going to exercise our rights. We want to make sure that everybody understands that nobody who saw that video could witness that and not be outraged. So we want to come out for a peaceful protest. But the bigger statement we're making, that in America, even a black man in a suit is still considered a threat. So we want to show that even dressed like this, some still consider us a threat. And we want to show America and the world, and especially Greenville County, that we're not a threat. So we want to come out here and voice our opinions and get everybody involved. And the bigger picture for this is that at the end of this march, we still have to get change. If we don't get change, we'll be back here again. And that's really what the overall message is that we need change with our police department and with race relations as a whole.
I saw you kind of touch elbows with Chief a few minutes ago. I mean, this has been a long week, I think, for everybody, but obviously I know you guys want your voices to be heard. What have you been talking to him about and other police officers in the community here in Greenville?
Well, what I've personally, Derek and myself, what we've been doing is actually engaging with elected officials. We've been engaging with those that actually hire the police chief. So we've been talking to the mayor. We've been talking to high-ranking members of the county council. So we want to go to individuals that we know can make meaningful change. It's one thing to talk about it, but now it's time for action. So we met with the mayor, and he was on board with some of the things we want to do. We met with the chairman of county council yesterday. He's on board with getting us a hate crime ordinance for the county. He's on board with a citizen review board, and I even got him to agree to fund it. Now, we do need the sheriff to come on board, but everything is set up and everything is put there for the sheriff to make sure that he can be successful. All he has to do is say he's willing, and I think everybody else is willing.
As we just talked about, I've been in Asheville all week, so these are two different tones that we're seeing literally just over one state line. We saw, Sheriff Hobart Lewis walk with you guys last week, as well as the chief. I think that set a different tone than really any other city we've seen thus far. What did that mean to you to see the sheriff and the chief walk side by side? What message does that send to you and everybody behind you?
Well, we want everybody to understand that everybody needs to be on board on this. This just can't be a black issue. This is not just a white issue. This is all of us. And we need individuals that are in law enforcement who I know are outraged to come out and speak about it. And so we appreciate them coming out, showing that they understand that it's time for change. And so I think that was a good way to put that information out, that we believe that it is time for change. So hopefully we can get change this time.
One last question for you. I'm going to try and figure out a way to phrase it here. The people that I've talked to over the last week, I've asked them, I was like, how do you make sure that the people in the police departments that need to be held accountable are accountable? Because as you know, you just, rubbed elbows with Chief. Not every law enforcement officer has the same exact mind frame, because every single person is a little bit different in their own way. How do you make sure the people that are a problem in the departments are then held accountable or weeded out or whatever the case may be? How do you make that happen?
That's where we need these citizens review boards with subpoena power. We need that. We know that the officer that killed Mr. Floyd had a history of having complaints, but nothing was ever done. So we need to make sure that law enforcement understands when you have an individual that keeps getting complaints, there's probably something wrong, and there's probably something true about him that needs to be investigated. So I strongly believe in a citizen review board, because that brings the public involved with the police department, and it opens up for transparency. So if we don't have citizen review boards, if we don't restructure all these excessive force policies, make sure that we ban the choke period throughout this nation, not just in Minneapolis but throughout this country, that type of tactic needs to be banned. And so I think until we can get that, and the biggest thing is that when we're always told that all officers are not bad, and that's true. But we need those good officers to start standing up and weed out these bad officers.
One last question for you, and then I swear I'm done. I was out here 4 years ago with you when you guys marched. I know there was a lot of frustration back then, but it seems like overall with the nation, just in general, a lot of people who I've spoken with have said, you know what, George Floyd's case was the breaking point. It was the catalyst. It's the straw that broke the camel's back for a lot of us. Is that the same for you? In this case? That's
how I feel. 4 years ago, we had young African Americans to come out and march with us, but we didn't have other individuals to back us on this, and that's the reason we're back here again. This go around, we see everybody, we see the entire world getting behind us. And when we have marches and protesters in Berlin about Mr. Floyd, that tells you that he has awakened the conscience of America about this issue. And we have to get rid of racism once and for all. That's a cancer that must be eradicated from the face of this earth.
Bruce, anything else you want to add?
We're going to have a great day.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.